Good evening, everybody. Welcome to this edition of Shade Special. During this lockdown period, though we all work from our respective homes, we still thought the monthly episode should continue with a special. And that is how this episode has been made. And for this episode, we have a very interesting personality who has been in the thick of finances with businesses and based out of Bombay. And no better person than him who's going to enlighten us about our personal financial aspects and about business financial aspects during this pandemic and beyond. So, welcoming Vishal Thakkar, the CEO and founder of Contetra, who's been instrumental in advising SMEs across the country, has also been running a successful online series on fundamentals of finance and has been featured also in many television shows to come to discuss about various financial aspects of industry, businesses, and individuals. Welcome, Vishal.
I would say that please discount 99% of what Ravi has said. I'm a normal human being, just like all of us walking on this planet, trying to achieve a mission in life of uh, improving financial literacy amongst masses, because I feel that of all the problems that we have on this planet, if there is one problem which I can contribute towards solving, that should be the money problem of people. And thereby I focus on empowering the lives of people with requisite financial skills which are very necessary in today's day and age to kind of keep our head above the water.
Which are the kind of top priorities from a cash flow standpoint for tracking post COVID-19? Because COVID-19 in whatever form, actually it's transforming lives anyway. It's already transformed lives. Like I told in yesterday's session to our team, one of my friends told me that, yes, it has transformed. People started washing their hands itself, So in many aspects of life, there is going to be a change. The way we work, the way we live, everything is changing now. Now, that being said, post COVID-19, what are going to be the top priorities? And from our cash flow standpoint, how do we manage? How should anybody manage?
Okay. There are three things that I would like to address in this question. Point number one is that, friends, we have to understand that COVID 19 has changed us forever. This is not a temporary phase that has come and gone. Like 9/11, before 9/11, the airport security procedures were quite lenient. We went 15 minutes before the flight, we were still taken in. And then all of us got used to going 3 hours prior for an international flight.
Correct.
So that brought about positive and negative changes. We don't want to go there. But post COVID, our lives have changed forever. Okay. And that is first level of acceptance that we have to bring in.
Yes.
Once you bring in a mental acceptance that our world has changed forever, we are never going to go back the old ways, the way
Absolutely.
it used to be. The only place we will go back is professors like me. We will talk history and say, in good old days, we used to do that. But keeping that aside, our world has changed forever. That is my first and foremost point. Second point is that look at people around you. From a cash flow standpoint, whoever is better off than us, we ask for, I'm not finding a better English word, so I'll use Urdu, riayat. We will ask for mercy, we will ask for riayat, and we will say, help us in whatever ways you can. That is second point. So anybody better off than us, we have to ask for mercy. So because that's where we go to take support from. Okay. Please remember, in life, whoever supports you, in this life, you can never pay it back. Okay. You have to pay back to somebody else. That's how the law of karma and the cash flows work. Okay.
Brilliant.
Point number three, anybody who is worse off than us, show mercy. Help that person in whatever capacity. A smaller supplier is asking for help to support his payroll. We extend in whatever ways we can. These are the three key aspects of cash flows that we need to look at. Why do individuals need money? Okay, there are three motives: transaction motive, precautionary motive, and speculative motive. Before March 2020, at least we in India, we had heavy budgets for speculative motive or luxury spend, comfort spend, etc. But all of that gets rolled back to precautionary and transaction now.
Okay.
Today, it is very important that we have enough cash to support ourselves, our family members, and we need to allocate money towards keeping money to buy medicines, money to buy day-to-day necessities, and cut down on any spending which is of luxurious nature. If you are due to replace your car, please postpone it by a year or two. You may get an electric vehicle, which would be far better and
Correct.
economical. If you are due to take a longer vacation, or if you're paying EMIs for vacation, cut the losses and let it go. We can always think that later. If you are due to make any large capital purchase, see if you can wait it out in 6 to 9 months. The level of correction that the world will see, the prices will be never precedent. You would never be able to imagine that whatever you are planning to buy at, let's say 10 rupees, you may get it at 4 or 3 rupees as well. It's going to be that corrective. So 9 months later, we will see the real bottom, because the worst is yet to come. This pandemic is not just going to go away. It is going to give us pain and then go. So hold on to cash. Do not spend unnecessary. Yes, but one point I would like to say, that when I say hold on to cash, does not mean you stop spending altogether. Wherever it is necessary, spend. If it is necessary, spend double. For example, this is a perfect time for all of you to invest in yourself, and you need to upgrade your skill sets, have enough discipline, so that if when you come out of the lockdown, you have to be a different human being, a better human being, possessing more skill sets, and do not focus on specialization. Okay, if you are an HR guy, don't go for a double triple degree in HR. Try to learn a new skill. Be a multi-talented person. Try to learn more about finance, more about economics, not because I am the finance professor, because that is the need of the hour. Today, your organization, our government, our society is not going to be in a position to support you. You will have to manage your finances all by yourself. In such a situation, knowing the nuances of personal finance always will help. On the savings side, do not go too much for mutual funds or equity markets, because they are going to remain volatile for a good period of time now. Okay, and the volatility gaps would be huge. We already have seen a lot of bloodbath and recovery in last few days. So my suggestion is stick to mutual funds. If you are doing SIP, continue doing SIP. If you are investing in fixed deposits, they are not bad either. If you are buying gold, buy gold. Buy physical gold, no problem. We can store it in lockers, because physical gold in the times of emergency is always the most reliable and trusted asset. And trust me, friends, gold is going to be available at a throwaway price.